So let me guess, you've landed a client, but you're struggling to figure out the strategy behind the campaign that you're actually going to implement for them. That's okay. In this video, we're going to cover a new concept that I've created that you're going to want to implement for all of your local small and medium-sized businesses. So stay tuned, we got a good one for you in this video. All right, welcome back everybody. My name is Jordan Steen, also known as Serial Entrepreneur, and at this channel we talk all about starting a marketing agency, building a personal brand, or really just starting any kind of online business. If you're interested in any of those topics that I just discussed, or getting free information, free trainings, free courses, we do that every single week here at my channel. So you're gonna wanna hit that subscribe button and the notification bell in the bottom right-hand corner so you get updated with all of our future info. Now, a lot of you are dealing with local businesses, right? Because you're working in your local area and you're dealing typically with small and medium-sized businesses. Now, those two factors being stated, we need to understand what types of marketing campaigns work with these local small and medium-sized businesses. Why? Because they have limited budgets, they have a limited audience size and reach, right? They only have so much capability with how big their audience is and how many people they can drive into their store. So it takes a different strategy than, say, a company like Nike or a bigger company with a larger, footprint where you can cover more people online. Say, for example, Serial Entrepreneur. We can sell courses to people all across the US, but also anywhere else in the world. So our marketing strategy is a little bit different than a local business, right? So this video, we're going to talk about how to actually create these campaigns and what strategy you might want to consider implementing into the campaign. Now, this concept is called three-step marketing. And it's a concept that I've created, really a principle or a strategy that I've created for marketers like yourselves, because it's really just the template or the outline of what you want to do at each stage of the sales funnel. So you have the awareness stage, you have consideration, and then you have conversion. But what do you do at each stage of the sales funnel? Well, we're gonna talk about that in a little bit. And you're gonna actually find out in this video that a lot of this comes down to being able to get the website of that business or client out in front of potential viewers or people wanting to buy. So if you want to learn how to rank a website and what tools we use, we're actually going to talk about one really good tool at the end of this video. I'm going to give it to you. So make sure you stay to the very end and we'll talk about that too. But let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and hop on over to the screen share where we can show you the exact template or model that you're going to want to implement. Let's go into this really quickly. Again, this works for local, small, and medium-sized businesses. Now, it doesn't mean that it won't work with larger businesses as well. It's just that larger corporations and companies usually have larger budgets, meaning they can take on more services, like they can spend on SEO and PPC upfront as well as social. Whereas with a local small and medium-sized business, for awareness style ads or driving cold traffic, really, it doesn't always make sense to use social media for a lot of these businesses. So for example, a criminal attorney might not want to do all Facebook ads for cold traffic, or actually definitely wouldn't want to do all Facebook ads for cold traffic, because who do you target? Someone only needs a criminal attorney as that service is needed, right? I'm only going to need it if I get in trouble with the law, right? So that would be the only time I'm actually going to search for a criminal attorney. So it wouldn't make sense for a criminal attorney to make a cold traffic campaign and post like a video online like, yeah, are you in trouble? Have you been in trouble recently? We want to help you. Like, no, that doesn't make sense, right? Nobody's looking on Facebook to find their criminal defense attorney. They're probably going to search first, right? And so that's the first thing I want to talk to you guys about in three-step marketing is the process that people actually take to find a product or service in a local market, okay? Because that's what you guys actually need to start thinking about. You need to stop thinking about what kind of cool video can we create, blah, blah, blah. You need to think about what steps a potential customer might take to buy that product or service from your client. Okay, so before we get into that though, let me talk about the three types or the three business types based on their content approach, okay? Because whether you're creating ads, blog content, YouTube videos, whatever, you're creating content, right? An ad is a piece of content. So let's talk about the three different content types, because this is why this strategy is effective with local, small, and medium-sized businesses. First, you can see number one, we have professional. All right, so most of these businesses are going to fall under this category, the professional service. And that's why this strategy works with most local, small and medium-sized businesses, because most of them are professional service. So like a laundry, a gym, a professional trainer, an attorney, a real estate agent, a general contractor. All of these are professional type services, right? The only thing local that wouldn't really fall under that category, well, the couple of things that wouldn't fall under that category are mostly going to fall under the pleasure and entertainment category, which is number 2. This category is more things like restaurants, and actually gyms would actually fall under this. You could put gym as a professional, but that's why it actually, you'll see under step 1, we say sometimes social. Don't worry, I'll get to that in a second. But gyms can be kind of like professional and pleasure entertainment. Whereas restaurants, that's really more just pleasure entertainment, right? The content that goes along with that business, pictures and videos of food and people at a bar, that's much more entertaining to watch on a social platform versus, an attorney talking about law. Like, that's just going to be boring. That's why on social platforms, it doesn't always work as great when trying to build awareness and drive cold traffic. All right, so is that making sense? The third type, which is also, it's much more rare, but you might have a local SaaS company, which stands for software as a service. These types of SaaS companies can actually do really well on social upfront because of the fact that you're engaging with people, and they usually offer some sort of free trial or something to get you in with that platform. So it's easier to target people and create campaigns on social with those types of businesses. But you want to kind of categorize the business that you're about to work with. Is it more professional? Is it more pleasure entertainment? For example, another example of pleasure entertainment would be like a salon. Yes, it's a professional service too, but at the same time, their content is much more appealing visually than an attorney or even the doctor, right? None of that, those types of professional services are much less attractive than food and getting hair done and a cool workout, right? All of those things are much more visually appealing. So that being said, let's talk about this 3-step model and why, sometimes you want to use social, a lot of the times you don't. Okay, so the first step, guys, is building awareness, right? So the strategy, right? Building the content strategy, the ad strategy, the entire marketing strategy. When we're trying to drive people from not knowing who we are all the way to the point of conversion, we're going to start with awareness, right? We need to drive cold traffic. So the best way for most local businesses is going to be with SEO, local SEO, and pay-per-click ads, right? Why? Because on average, when you go out anywhere in your local area and you don't know where something is or what something is in your local area, what is it that you're going to do first? You're not going to go to Facebook or Instagram and look it up. You're going to go to Google and you're going to type in that business name or the service or product you're looking for and look through the search results. And that's where your search typically starts. So if you're a business or if you're a marketing agency trying to market for your local businesses, why would you focus primarily on Facebook and Instagram when most of you are working with a professional style service, right? You want to focus on search engines to drive the bulk of that traffic to their business. So that's where local SEO, pay-per-click comes in. But why does it say sometimes social? Well, that's where those pleasure services that kind of mix professionally as well. So like salons and gyms and professional trainers, pretty much anything that can be visually appealing. Real estate agents can kind of be in the mix there too because houses are visually appealing. But any type of business that can be visually appealing as far as their content is concerned can mix into this pleasure and entertainment category. So quick question before we move into step 2, have you ever Googled your client's business or even your own business and seen if it shows up in the search engine results? Well, the reason why I'm asking that is because business owners are going there to look for either your marketing agency or your client's customers are going there to look for your business. So question, are your clients showing up in search engine results? I want you to write a response below and say yes or no, whether they are showing up or not, because that's going to let you know exactly what you need to do to get them started with getting more customers and leads into their business. All right, guys, so step 2 is the consideration phase. No matter what you do in the beginning to drive cold traffic, the next phase of a sales funnel is always to remarket, right? Dr. Jeffrey Lant, a marketing professional, has actually created this rule called the rule of 7. And what it means is that you basically have to touch base with your potential clients a minimum of 17 times within an 18-month period for them to be able to recall your business. Now, if you're a marketer, you understand how important being able to recall a business's name and service is to that business's success, right? If you can't remember a business, you're never going to shop with them when the time arises for you to buy their product or service, right? You have to actually be able to think of that business. So That being said, you understand now why remarketing is so important. If you're not top of mind, you're not going to get the sale. You need to be top of mind when the purchasing decision starts to take place. So to do that, we call this stage consideration. And this is where people are starting to consider your potential business. So we're doing some remarketing to them on more content, more information, more training, maybe some promotional offers, whatever we can do to get them in the door and buying products and services. So at this stage, you're really going to focus on three main things because these are the three biggest ways to remarket to people. This is really the best way to remarket to people. The first one being social remarketing. Now, this can either be with ads, it can be with messenger bots and funnels there. It really just depends on what your approach is going to be, but you can go and create custom audiences of all of the people who have visited your website in the awareness stage on the sales pages, lead magnets, things like that. Build remarketing audiences of those people and start sending them more content about testimonials, about awards you received as a business, more information about your product or service that they are specifically looking into, right? You can also do it via email remarketing. You can do it via search remarketing. And search remarketing is things like using YouTube and Google to remarket to people in the search results, right? YouTube is a search engine. It's a social platform, but really it's a search engine more than that. So you can use that to your benefit. So again, now you can see where social media is actually going to play more of a role with these local businesses. Because if they're not doing email and they're not doing search remarketing, well, then they need to be doing social remarketing at the very least. Because if all they're doing is driving traffic from search, they're just doing step one of the sales funnel. They're not moving them through the rest of the process of considering that business, showing them why they're the authority in the niche, and making them trust them as a business in the local market. But hopefully at this point, after stage 2, we've done our job well enough to convince that potential client or business, customer, whoever it is, that they should buy with us. So we're moving into the conversion stage. Now, the conversion stage is really all about having a killer website or landing pages, right? Because ultimately we're driving them to somewhere where they're going to make a decision. That usually happens on the website where they're contacting or they're buying the product or they're filling out a form, or on a landing page where the same thing is pretty much happening. You're just using something like maybe ClickFunnels to drive those leads to your business. Also understand that conversion is not just people buying your products or services. It's also people submitting their information to receive more information, right? Like submitting an email or signing up for a messenger bot list on Facebook, right? All of those are ways of generating leads, which are considered a form of conversion. Now, the next thing you have to really ask yourself is, do you need to drive that conversion further? Is there more to do after you collect their email? Or is there more to do after they fill out that form on your site? Or is it pretty much left up to the business after that? Let's say it's an attorney and they're filling out a form on the site to set up an appointment. Well, after that appointment, your job is done, right? Whereas if I'm filling out a form to get more information on, homes coming into the market and I'm trying to buy and I want you to update me, cool. But that means I still have some more remarketing to do for that potential client. So my job isn't done. Understanding these types of things is what makes a strong marketer, and understanding this specific strategy is going to help you do that much better with your local small and medium-sized businesses. Oh, and since we were speaking about all of these custom audiences and everything about, remarketing on Facebook, if you're not getting clients with your agency and you want a cool strategy to start getting some of those clients, pretty much, people who might have visited your website, well, then check out this video in the top right-hand corner where we talk about Facebook custom audiences and start using the strategy to market to these potential business owners who are wanting to take on your marketing agency as a service provider. Now, to wrap it all up, guys, understand that, again, 3-step marketing, or this concept of 3-step marketing, is just a template. It's a guide. And since it's a guide, understand that, again, we mentioned earlier that it could require minor changes depending on the business and where you're located and their audience. But do me a favor, guys, if you want more videos like this, hit the thumbs up button and let me know that you liked this video, or just leave me a comment below saying, yeah, Jordan, this 3-step marketing concept really is going to help me do better with my clients. But that's it for me, guys. Thank you so much for sticking around and watching. I promised you in the beginning that I would give you the tool to help rank our website and rank any of our clients' websites. If you want that tool, check out this video in the top right-hand corner. We put it together a little bit ago, and I promise you're gonna love that too. But that's it, guys. I'm gonna get out of here. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell in the bottom right-hand corner, and I will see you guys on the next video. Until then, Serial Entrepreneur out. Bye, guys. Ready to start living the 6-figure work wherever, be your own boss lifestyle? Well, at Serial Entrepreneur Academy, we'll teach you how
how to use a laptop and internet to start your own social media and digital marketing agency. Get started with our free Facebook ads training. Links in the description below, guys. See you in the course. Serial Entrepreneur out.